C Nation, DailyXander, number 317, starts with a new book, Magic of Thinking Big, Bada Bing, Bada Boom, by Dr. David J. Schwartz, PhD. This book was recommended to me by my mentor, and so happened I went to Barnes & Noble the day it was recommended, which would have been yesterday, Saturday, because this is a Sunday now, that I went to go pick it up. The store had 5 copies, and yes, I have the book, and I actually just read the second chapter because my mentor recommended that I read chapter 2, 12, and 13 starting off. So without further ado, this is book summary, chapter 2 of The Magic of Thinking Big. Chapter 2 is titled, Cure Yourself of Excuse-itis, the Failure Disease. Cure yourself, excuse-itis. See, there's a lot that I highlighted in this portion of the chapter. This chapter is focusing on, there's 4 main underlying themes that a lot of people that find themselves with low ambition, not successful, don't have goals outlined, not a go-getter or giver, they'll refrain to this mindset of excuses, and these excuses pertaining to majority of the time these 4 aspects, these 4 underlying themes of an excuse being your health, your age, your intelligence, and your, how am I forgetting the 4th one? Bear with me for one minor second. What did I highlight that? Well, so it's health, age, luck. That's the last one I wanted to say. So age, health, luck, and I said the 3 originally, I couldn't remember the 4th, and then I said the 4th, and now I can't remember that other one now. Age, health, luck, intelligence. There we go. Age, health, intelligence, luck. Boom. There be 4. In case you couldn't tell, you know, you really could tell other than the background is really dark. It is about, actually it doesn't even matter what time it is. I'm talking about a chapter about excuses. Come on now, what is this? Love this chapter as far as really bringing out and foreshadowing how a lot of people will use excuses as a way to say they're not capable of many things. The health one I really liked. The 4 things you can do to lick health excuseitis, I should say. Refuse to talk about your health. The more you talk about an ailment, even the common cold, the worse it seems to get. It makes one appear self-centered and old-maidish. One may, and let me emphasize the word may, get a little sympathy, but one does not get respect and loyalty about being a chronic complainer. Refer to worry about your health. Refuse to worry about your health. That is big right there. Just don't worry in general. You want to live 365 days a year, then do not worry one soul whatsoever. Every moment spent worrying is a moment less lived. Every day spent worrying is one more added day of death and one less day of living. So be genuinely grateful that your health is good as it is. I felt sorry for myself because I had ragged shoes until a man I met who had no feet. There's an old saying, that is the saying. Instead of complaining about not feeling good, it is far better to be glad you are healthy as you are. Just being grateful for the health you have is a powerful vaccination against developing new aches and pains and real illness. Remind yourself often it's better to wear out than rust out. Speaking to, it's better to live than have a disheartening unfulfilled quality of life. Life is yours to enjoy, don't waste it. Don't pass up living by thinking yourself into a hospital bed. Here we go, talking about intelligence. Most of us make two basic errors with respect to intelligence. We underestimate our own brain power. We overestimate the other fellow's brain power. In this subsection of the chapter, I want to highlight, there's a story that the great scientist Einstein once asked how many feet are in a mile. He was once asked how many feet were in a mile. Einstein's reply was, "I don't know. Why should I fill my brain with facts I can't find in 2 minutes in any standard reference book?" Einstein taught us a big lesson. He felt it was more important to use your mind to think than to use it as a warehouse for facts. What I want around me, false alarm. 3 ways to cure intelligence excusitis. Never underestimate your own intelligence and never overestimate the intelligence of others. Don't sell yourself short. Concentrate on your assets. Discover your superior talents. Remember, it is not how many brains you've got that matters, rather it's how you use your brains that counts. Manage your brains instead of worrying about how much IQ you've got. Remind yourself several times daily, my attitudes are most important than my intelligence, are more important than my intelligence. At work and at home, practice positive attitudes. Practice affirmations. Practice out loud saying items, positive ideas, positive statements that apply to you, that apply to where you want to be, to apply to what you want to achieve. See the reasons why you can't do it, not the reasons why you can. I just contradicted myself there. See the reasons why you can do it, not the reasons why you can't. Develop an I'm winning attitude. Put your intelligence to creative, positive use. Use it to find ways to win, not to prove you will lose. Remember that the ability to think is of much greater value than the ability to memorize facts. Certainly what you do a lot of times throughout U.S. schooling is memorize facts, and not so much the ability to manage one's mind, one's mindset, one's thought process, one's problem-solving ability. Use your mind to create and develop ideas to find new and better ways to do things. Ask yourself, am I using my mental ability to make history, or am I using it merely to record history made by others? And let's go into the age excusitis. The failure disease of never being the right age comes in 2 easily identifiable forms. I'm too old variety and the I'm too young brand. You know, this is speaking of a story of a young man who was made sales manager, meaning that he'd be managing 7 people, all much older than him, differing between 7 to 20 years of age, much older than him, coming to the conclusion that, if you had not made that great decision when I was 45, I would have spent the rest of my life growing old and bitter. Okay, so what I just said there prior does not match up with the quote I just read in my highlights. That's actually a story about a man who was at the age of 45, wanted to become a minister in Wisconsin. I'm just now remembering this now. And that quote was talking about regret. If I had not made that great decision, going back to school, doing a 5-year minister program in Wisconsin, he then, after completing that, had a successful, because his book's back in the 60s, had a successful congregation and following in Illinois. So if he not made that great decision, going back to school for 5-year ministry program, when I was 45, I would not have spent the rest of my life growing old. I would have spent the rest of my life growing old and bitter. Now I feel every bit as young as I did 25 years ago. Just remember the three points and everything will work out fine. Here we go. General manager of a company obviously thinks you're old enough and wouldn't offered you that job. So this is referring to the young newly sales manager, newly offered sales manager and coming to Dr. Schwartz saying, Dr. Schwartz, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can handle people that are much older than me, anywhere from 7+ years older to, I want to say it was 20. Yep. Oh no, it's 23-year-old. Doesn't really matter. Regardless, it's much older than him. So first thing Dr. Schwartz said is don't be age conscious. Back on the farm, a boy became a man when he proved he could do the work of a man. So there's a reason why he was promoted to sales manager. He proved himself. Second, don't take advantage of your new gold bars. Show respect for the salesman. Ask them for their suggestions. Make them feel that they are working for a team captain, not a dictatorship. Do this and the men will work with you, not against you. Third, get used to having older persons working for you. Leaders in all fields soon find they are younger than many of the people they supervise. So get used to having older men work for you. It will help you a lot in the coming years when even bigger opportunities develop. And remember, Jerry, this is the young man, 23, that was promoted to sales manager. Your age won't be a handicap unless you make it one. AKA your attitude and your mindset dictates how you go about life, what happens to you in life. If you know your job and understand people, you are significantly mature to handle it. Age has no real relation to ability unless you convince yourself that years alone will give you the stuff you need to make your mark. Demonstrate the ability and positive attitudes in your youthfulness and will be considered an advantage. And a quick recap, the cure for age excuse-itis is look at your present age positively. Think, I'm still young, not I'm already old. Compute how much productive time you will have left. Remember, a person's age 30 still has 80% of his productive life ahead of him, and the 50-year-old still has a big 40%, the best 40% of his opportunity years left. Life is actually longer than most people think. And third, invest future time in doing what you really want to do. It's too late only when you let your mind go negative and think it's too late. Stop thinking, I should have started years ago. That's failure thinking. Instead, think, I'm going to start now. My best years are ahead of me. That's the way successful people think. Successful people don't exist. Successful people live in the moment, every single day, 365 days, free of worry, free of excuses, and free of chained, shackled minds, keeping them from developing big, bodacious goals. 4, excuse-itis, but my case is different. I attract bad luck. There is a cause for everything. Nothing happens without a cause. There is nothing accidental about the weather outside today as a result of specific causes. Same about anything and everything that occurs. There's always a cause. 2 ways to conquer luck excuse-itis. Accept the law of cause and effect. Take a second look at what appears to be someone's good luck. You'll find that not luck, but preparation, planning, and success producing thinking preceded his good fortune. Take a second look at what appears to be someone's bad luck. Look and you'll discover certain specific reasons. My success receives a setback. He learns and profits. But when Mr. Medicare loses, he fails to learn. Oh, Medicare, Jesus. But when Mr. Mediocre loses, he fails to learn. And last, don't be a wishful thinker. Don't waste your mental muscles dreaming of an effortless way to win success. Don't wish it was easy, wish it was better. We don't become successful simply through luck. Success comes from doing those things and mastering those principles that produce success. Don't count on luck for promotions, victories, the good things in life. Luck simply isn't designed to deliver these good things. Instead, just concentrate on developing those qualities in yourself that will make you a winner. Chapter 2 of How? The Magic of Thinking Big. Acquire the secrets of success. Achieve everything you've always wanted by Dr. David Schwartz. More to follow. Hope you enjoyed. Peace as always. Just under 15 minutes. Oh, how about that? Peace.